Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your Monday Pick and Roll live stream. Getting the week started, hopefully on the right foot today with 3 free picks coming at you guys, 2 of which coming from the Minnesota Timberwolves game against the Denver Nuggets, 1 of which will be involving the other game that we have today between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. BetMGM for the first 2, DraftKings for the third one. So let's get started with the picks that we have today. As I said, the first 2 are going to be available at BetMGM. The third one is going to be available at DraftKings Sportsbook. But as always, make sure you line shop for your region to ensure you are getting the best possible price. You can use the BetStamp app to do so. Of course, as I always say, and for the show, we take the widely available options, BetMGM, DraftKings, as much as we can. Others like FanDuel use as well, just to ensure the highest amount of people watching this show are getting the same price. So as I get my final check-in to make sure we have the correct numbers that we're giving out, let's get started here. So the first play is in the Wolves and Nuggets game. The first 2 plays will be for this game as well. This is a -110 SGP available at BetMGM. It's going to be Nikola Jokic, under 10.5 assists and 25-plus points, similar to what we had in Game 1. That, unfortunately, was not a winner, but definitely was on pace to have success over there. So hopefully we get that winner for this one. Second play is, as I said, same game. As I said, same book, -115 at BetMGM. This one's going to be Michael Porter Jr. under 20.5 points, and the Minnesota Timberwolves on the alternate spread at +14.5. ESPN Bet does not have the alternate lines available for this game as of yet, but check a little bit later on in the day because you might be able to get a better price over there. The third play, as I said, is in the Pacers and Knicks game. It's going to be a -130 SGP at DraftKings. Jalen Brunson, 30-plus points and under 10.5 assists. So in line with a lot of similar bets from the regular season against the Indiana Pacers. We'll get the handicap on that a little bit later on. But Pips, let's go to that first play here. Nikola Jokic, you have his under on assists and over on points. What are you thinking for this one?
Just running the back, what we had the last time without rebounds. We lost the last time on rebounds, which wasn't expected at all.
Yeah.
But watching that game, the only thing Jokic worried about after a miss from the Wolves is how to box out Gobert. Like, he was just trying to box out Gobert and didn't care. Like, he wasn't trying to get rebounds at all. Didn't expect this, didn't happen throughout the season, but he was just bumping 2 hands on the chest of Gobert, just holding him off offensive rebounds. It worked well for Denver Nuggets, as I think Wolves in the entire game had 2 or 3 offensive rebounds. For a team of that size, that's actually insane. So that worked for the Denver Nuggets. So I think they're running it back. So I'm staying away of the rebounds. Obviously, points and assists were easy as it gets. Like, I mean, not as easy as it gets. He had 9 assists, but 9 assists on 12 potential assists, which is, yeah, they made almost every shot he passed out. And some of these shots were tough threes, especially for Michael Porter Jr. So yeah, I'm running this back. I think Jokic scores and creation is limited as it was every time that he played against the Wolves. So this one is make Jokic a scorer. Also, Jokic, I would say, like, when you look at the scoring numbers, like his last game, he scored 32 points. So you'll think like, okay, that's a great game for Jokic, but he shot 11 from 25. I think they are more than happy with it. Like, if you have Jokic shooting 25 times and scoring 32 points, that's very good. And I think they'll stick to the same. So yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah, and Jokic mentioned after the game how it's difficult to play against the gauntlet of centers that they have there. They always have a big and a talented one to throw on him, whether it's Gobert, whether it's Cat, whether it's Naz Reid.
Two bigs always on the floor every time of the game. Like, always 2, and one is defending him, one is helping sometimes. Yeah, it's difficult.
It's tough, but he's still gonna score. He's still gonna score. We're hoping for that 25 plus for that one today. Let's move to the second play here. This one is Michael Porter Jr. under 20.5 points, and the alternate spread for the Wolves at plus 14.5. What are the Wolves throwing at Michael Porter Jr. for you to take this play?
I was hella surprised. I mean, not hella surprised. It makes a lot of sense, but I was a bit surprised in the game one. They put Anthony Edwards on Jamal Murray and Jaden McDaniels on Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, like if you have one guy in the league to defend Michael Porter Jr., like if you need to pick the best guy in the world to defend Michael Porter Jr., it's Jaden McDaniels. Like he has the size and the wingspan to contest his threes. He is great at screen navigation. He can just run with. So yeah, he had Michael Porter Jr. last game. He had 20 points. His shot 4 for 7 on threes. I think only 1 3 out of the 7 was a spot up three. Or other 6 were some kind of pull up threes for him off the dribble. That's not. I mean, he's good at doing it, but if he's mostly scoring via spot up. He shot 4 from 7. He had season high 6 free throws, and he still ended up at 20 points. I kind of expect some regression there. Like I don't see shooting 4 for 7 against Jaden McDaniels, and I don't see he's getting 6 free throws. So yeah, I just expect him to be in a range like 15 to 17 points in this one, and I'm adding the spread because I think every game of this series will be a single-digit spread at the end. Like watching first game, I saw a lot of good stuff from the Wolves, and I don't think they are losing by double digits in any game of the series. Like this will be probably 6-7 game series, and with every game being close. That's how, especially Denver does. I don't see much room for improvement from Denver. Obviously, Wolves run hot shot well, and there will be some regression with Anthony Edwards and Towns, Naz Reid, like those guys, Conley as well. Like they shut their lights out. So I'm more expecting some regression on Wolves than Denver playing somehow way better on offense. Like Mike Porter Jr. had a great game. Jamal Murray doesn't look like he will have great games. So yeah, I think this will be like every game will be close in this series.
Yeah, absolutely. Game one kind of showcased that we could be in for a long series and hopefully an entertaining series at that. Let's go to we have game one in another series here. We have the Indiana Pacers against the New York Knicks. You're going to play Jalen Brunson, 30-plus points and under 10.5 assists. Indiana Pacers defense, are they just keeping the status quo on what they did in the regular season, keeping the defense the same?
It's kind of a gamble, I would say, but they did it against Damian Lillard game one. Later, they adjusted. Maybe if Brunson kills them game one, then they adjust in game two. But last 2 games of the regular season, both in February, they ran single coverage against Jalen Brunson. In those 2 games, Jalen Brunson scored 40 and 39 points. And on the assist part, he had 1 and 4 assists. So he had 40 points with 1 assist as a main ball handler, and then had 39 points with 4 assists. That's kind of how I expect it to be in the game one. Maybe they later adjust if they see that he's just crushing them and that's not sustainable. But throughout the season, they are the number 1 spot-up defense. And if you look at the roster of the Knicks, Dante DiVincenzo, spot-up shooter. OG Anunoby, spot-up shooter. McBride, spot-up shooter. Like they have a lot of guys that can't do much on their own, and they can spot-up shoot. So I don't know, like what should be approach, but I don't think sending doubles to Brunson is a good approach in this because everyone else can just put up shoot and do it well. So I think they will start with single coverage on the other Brunson, which makes sense, especially when they have Nembhard, TJ McConnell, and good defensive guys on point of attack. So I think that's the plan, and I don't see Brunson covering the assist line. Like even if they double him, I think 11 is way too. And if you take a look at the Lillard in the series, like throughout the regular season without Giannis, Lillard's number of assists were much higher than Brunson's number of assists, and Lillard averaged 5 assists in an entire series against the Pacers. Even though they sent doubles at him game 3 and game 4, he had 8 and 4 assists in those games while scoring in a bunch. And yeah, that's how I see it in this game. Like, even if they decide like at halftime change and percent doubles, the guys that are getting assist is hockey assist off of double. Like he'll pass out wide open, they will run him off the three, and then he'll third or fourth guy will shoot. So yeah, I like this. But I'm even taking this juice. Maybe later on it opens up on ESPN alternative lines for this one to get some better number. But I like this one even though like bit high juice, but I'm going to take it.
Yeah, and on the Pacers, like they there's good defenders there. Andrew Nemhard is turning into a really good perimeter defender. They probably don't have to throw everything in the kitchen sink at Brunson like the 76ers and other teams have done. And I mean, even if Brunson's scoring like crazy here, they're probably not going to be giving up a lot of threes, and the Pacers going to try to win the math game a little bit here. So yeah, completely see where you're going with this play here.